not a doctor, not a therapist, right? Or a psychiatrist.
But now it's everywhere.
You left over there. Hold on now.
Like the other side of the room.
And my life was just put on a hold. Like, even my kids. Like, I didn't care about nothing and nobody. Because I'm angry. I want to know why my sister is not here.
All the men's love.
Can't call you. Those are the very sad moments. You know, be very clear. You are not exempt from experiencing grief, from experiencing trauma, from having a hard day. My black self. Hello and welcome to My Black Self, the podcast. My black self. I want to get real comfy with y'all today. I am, just a quick background. Where am I? I'm in Vegas, and it was a lot going on last night in the Vegas streets, to say the least. If you've been here, then you already know that it's a mess. But I didn't do anything. I just walked around just for like some fresh 106-degree air, which is miserable. But I'm coming to you today because I want to talk intuition. I want to talk trust. And I want to talk relationships. And relationships really aren't my lane. But I want to speak to y'all on it. And before I can speak, I really want to give the definition of intuition. So let's just look this up real quick. Meanwhile, how are y'all doing? Like, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever it is that you got to do that. So, what is this? The New Oxford or whatever? Intuition is the ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. The ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. A thing that one knows or considers likely from an instinctive feeling rather than conscious reasoning. Now, I like to consider myself as an intuitionist. I just made that up. I don't know if that exists. But my intuition is so strong. I know when things are happening. I can feel them. Like, specifically, I know I talk a lot about death and grief and all of that. I can feel when someone's about to pass. I can feel death. Like, I know if someone calls me right now trying to cover up death, hey, such and such is in the hospital, I know that person is dead. And that is very creepy, I know, but that's how my body operates and that's how we work over here. So when it comes to relationships, I know people tend to have those feelings, say when your partner's lying to you, when your partner's cheating on you, when your partner's seeing someone else, when your partner does this, when your partner does that. But my question is to you, because unfortunately I'm here doing a podcast, but I don't have the answers. So my question to you is, how do you move on knowing what you know, but what you don't know? Let me sip my coffee on that one. Ooh, that's good. How do you move on knowing what you know, but what you don't know? And I can kind of guide you. When you are dating someone, you watch their steps. You look at how they operate. You watch how they move. You listen to what they say. All of your senses are there and you smell the shit that they tell you, right? So all of your senses are working when you're dating in the beginning of all of this. and pay attention. Pay attention to how this person operates when you catch them in a lie. Pay attention to how they operate when they're caught in a big or small lie. Pay attention to how they treat the people around them. Pay attention to the friends they hold. Pay attention to the exes that they keep around. Pay attention to the damn side piece that they keep around too. Because that side piece will get you in trouble. That side piece will have you on the side as well. Okay? 2 medium fries. And when things match up or when things don't seem right, your intuition, my intuition, I can speak on this. I've been cheated on in the past. My intuition speaks to me. It says, hey, yo, bro, you gonna let that nigga lie to you? You gonna let that nigga lie to you? Look at me. Come closer. Is you gonna let that nigga lie to you? And then your intuition doesn't settle. He jumps around and he be boiling and he be having a whole party in your stomach. He, she, or we. That's what your intuition does. Your intuition tries to tell you or confirm, yes, you are right, or no, this isn't settling. This isn't going to settle. What you are thinking or what you already know is right. So let me tell y'all something I did in the past, right? I was dating this man in Atlanta, and we actually had jumped into a relationship pretty quickly, and this was right before I left Atlanta. And this was my only actual relationship in Atlanta, and I really don't claim it like that because it was very short lived. But this man, he was pretty cool. He was average, right? And I noticed things. I was like, something came over me, and I was like, something's not right. So yeah, I went through the nigga phone. I sure did, early in the morning, and I found out that he was cheating on me. And I found out that he was taking my car to go see certain dudes. I want to say that again. I found out he was taking my car to go see these dudes. Um, so yeah, so that was that. But my intuition told me, Malcolm, you know he's cheating on you, so why don't you just go? So go through his phone. My intuition walked me through the steps to find out what I needed to find out. And a lot of people had this thing with going through phones, blah, blah, blah. I'm going through the phone. I don't give a damn. I'm not covering it up now. Like, I'm going through because I need to know. Because at a certain point, my life can be at risk sexually. And I don't have time for that. So, yeah, you go on and leave that thing unlocked and have me sitting here. My best friend will go through my phone. Okay, and it's so annoying. I have to make sure that my shit is always locked. Because if I pass my best friend the phone, I'll be looking at her and she'll just start going through it. And I'll be like, girl. Even your best friend will go through your phone, okay? But yeah, I know that's an invasion of privacy. I don't give a fuck. Because I'm an invasion of privacy also. God damn it. But yeah, I'll go through the phone. If my intuition tells me something and I need to get the source and I need the receipt, I'm gonna go get the receipt. If I need to, basically my intuition says, hey, you bought this product and you left the receipt at the store. Can you go see if they can print it out so you can present it to this person? That is how my intuition works. My intuition be telling me things. But the question still stands. How do you move on knowing what you know, what you don't know? Because you can see the text messages, but text messages can be denied and denied and denied. And then the bigger question becomes, if you stick around, how do you date a liar? How do you date a narcissist? How do you date somebody that is trained or that thinks they are really good at lying to you, but they're unaware that you paid attention to how they move. You paid attention to what it smells like when they talk or when they lie. You paid attention to all of these things to where this person can't get anything past you because you are aware of how they operate. Speaking from experience. I really would like this to be an open discussion. I can't answer the question. All I can say is do not allow people to come into your space and tear you down. Do not allow people to come into your space and lie to you. Do not allow people to cross your boundaries. Do not allow people to make you think you are crazy. If you know what you know, believe it. Just like you got to believe in yourself, you got to believe in your dreams, you got to believe in your goals, you got to believe in getting that paycheck every 2 weeks or twice a month. Believe it. When someone is doing you wrong and you are aware, what are you going to do? When intuition is speaking to you and telling you that they're lying, they're not right for you, what are you going to do? Are you going to pray about it? You're going to get on your knees and fall to God? You're going to listen to music and vibe it out? Or are you going to confront and stick to your guns and realize who the fuck you are? What are you going to do? If I were you, you got to put a stop to the madness somehow. You have to put a stop to the madness somehow. Believe your intuition. My message to you is to believe your intuition. We all grew up knowing right from wrong. We all grew up knowing how to tell a lie and tell the truth. And we all grew up knowing what it feels like. Well, not all, but some of us grew up knowing what it feels like to be lied to and to be told the truth. And I think that is how we are able to differentiate certain things as we get older. Because of course our parents lied to us when we was kids. I mean, they lied to us for about 5 years talking about Santa Claus. And when you think about all of those lies they told us and how they told them and what they did to tell them and what they did to cover it up, you see that along like your adult life, I guess, because you're like, this reminds me of a lie. And I know this is not right. This reminds me of when my parents lied to me about the Easter Bunny. I knew somebody had to be in that suit, and I believed that was really the Easter Bunny. Make it make sense. I have a picture. I gotta find it. I'm gonna ask my mother to send me a picture so I could post it in this. Terrified of the fucking Easter Bunny, crying my goddamn eyes out, like completely unaware that there's some creepy man under this suit and I'm sitting in his lap. Like, what is happening? Sorry, that went left, y'all, but like that shit just wow. What the fuck? Relationships are tough. Relationships are work. But at the end of the day, when your intuition starts to kick in, when you learn a person so well, what do you do when they start lying to you? What do you do? Do you listen to your intuition and leave? Do you go to the store and grab the receipt? What do y'all do? When you love a person so much, I've seen people in relationships that are so unhealthy because love is so deep, and that's how truly Truly, that is how they want to be loved. So, how do you want to be loved? Do you want to be loved truthful? Do you want to be loved knowing that you're being lied to? Or do you want to be loved in its purest form? I want to be loved in the purest form of love there is. So if you're ready to love me in the purest form, you can definitely slide in my DMs. But if you're ready to love in the purest form, then make sure you align yourself with someone else who is ready to love in the purest form. And unfortunately, it takes time to find that out. And I encourage you that when you're dating, don't be scared to get your heart broken. Don't be scared to be lied to. Let your guard down, because once you let your guard down, all of your senses are working. And you will see how this person treats you. And you will be able to feel how you feel about this person. You'll be able to feel how you feel when they do certain things to you or for you. You'll be able to feel so much. And that is so important. When I date, I am never afraid of getting my heart broken. Right now, currently, I am afraid of being left, or not being a left, but yeah, I guess I'm afraid of being left strictly because of my two favorite people that have passed away. So I at a certain point, I'm afraid of being alone, but I'm not scared to be single. But when I'm dating, I'm scared to be like, oh, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Um, and that comes along with grieving and learning your new relationship style when you become a different person because of grief, when you become a different dater because of grief, when your intuition becomes a lot stronger because of grief. And I feel like sometimes my intuition comes from my sister or my grandmother. This is very crazy, but when I am thinking certain things and I need confirmation, Coming to America comes on. And I just happen to be in a space where there's cable and I can scroll and see it. It is the weirdest thing. Um, Coming to America is my sister's favorite movie. I think I might have mentioned this in the last podcast ago. But I feel like when I need certain confirmation, my sister comes on and goes, Coming to America's on. This is your confirmation. I can't tell you yes, but here you go. When I need answers, gives me chills. Yeah. So I feel like when you lose people close to you, they help you with your intuition. They solidify because they know that you're right. And they know that if they throw you the signs, then you'll understand them. How do you feel about intuition? How do you feel about relationships? And how long do you stick around and let intuition guide you before you leave? I love you for listening. I really appreciate you. I am going to find breakfast. I mean, I have some breakfast in my lunch bag, but I think I'm going to go for a morning walk and take some deep breaths and just enjoy the little bit of my layover I have left. And I'm going to release this podcast as soon as I edit it. So I love you so dearly, and I appreciate you for listening, and I appreciate you for watching, and I hope you continue to prosper, and I hope you continue to listen to your intuition no matter what it's telling you, no matter if you don't like what it's telling you something. And stay focused on your goals. Make sure you don't let people steer you in the wrong direction away from what it is that you really want out of life. And with that being said, I have to go because I do have flights to catch this evening. My black self.